everyone, and welcome to Bobby B's East Coast RC. I am Bobby B, and I'm making this video today as sort of a documentation, if you will, a before and after of this. My friend Hooligan, aka Dan Southland, who has a YouTube page that you could check out if you'd like, under his name, Dan Southland. This is his two-wheel drive Traxxas Stampede, or at least what's left of it, and I am going to be hooking him up.
What we do here is go back.
Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Bobby B's East Coast RC. This is Bobby B speaking, and today I am delighted to say I have finally finished my friend Dan Southland's Traxxas two-wheel drive Stampede that I have been working on for a long time now. I guess you can't really say working on because labor-wise it was only a couple hours, but I had to order parts and it was sitting there and it was a project in the making. Make a long story short, my friend Dan Southland does a lot of stuff for me. He's always there for me. He took me and my kids to Dave & Buster's when I didn't have much money and couldn't do anything with him for his one of the two kids' birthdays. So I owe him big time. So I took his Stampede that he got for 25 bucks and he wasn't doing much with it, and turned it into a bashing machine. So, without further ado, let me present this beautiful machine. Bang! Look at that. Now you can't say you don't like that. Unless you don't like Traxxas or you don't like Hummers, in which case then I don't like you. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, this is it. This is the truck, man, and I'm so glad it's done. So I'm shaking around a little bit the camera. Yeah, one of the things he needed was a body, and I told him to go ahead and pick any Stampede body he wanted. He picked the H2, and he's never painted a body before, so I told him he could pick any paint I had and use it. So he picked a two-tone scheme with the silver and the red, and I gotta say it came out good. For his first time doing a body, you know, I gotta say he did a great job. He trimmed it all. He used Lexington scissors to cut out the body. He did put a couple of the decals on. That's the only thing they didn't do. I did do the decals for him. He had to go, and he would have done it himself, but he had things to do, and I told him I'd get it done for him. But yeah, it came out awesome. I love the way this body looks. I love the way the truck looks. When he got the truck, it came with blue RPM stuff, the wide bumper, and A-arms. So, the other thing it came with is a red chassis, which you might remember from the other videos. And, yeah, so we kind of kept that theme going. He picked red, and it came out great. But let me take this body off so I can go over some of the things I did inside. Okay. He's got the Monster Jam tires on there. That's all him. He already had the Monster Jam tires. They look fantastic though. I did replace his steering knuckles and his caster blocks with aluminum pieces. Traxxas parts. These RPM camber links he already had too on the truck when he got it for 25 bucks. So I kept those in there instead of getting turnbuckles, which I did want to do for now. I just left those in there, and he can get turnbuckles if he decides he wants to tweak the adjustment, the camber adjustment. The shocks were old and raggedy, so I just bought stock ones, replaced that. Any parts that I wasn't already upgrading that was worn out, I at least replaced with brand new parts, and that's something. The battery tie down he didn't have. The body mount he didn't have. It was slash body mount for some reason. The electronics was really, really bad. It was old Traxxas electronics, and they were beat up. The remote was a low-C receiver and transmitter, and it was beat, and it had no signal. You couldn't go very far with it, put it that way. So I gave him this axial number, RTR. The RTR remote they use in a lot of their entry-level vehicles. So it's great, works good. It's got all the adjustments under a nice little cover, keep everything neat. So yeah, he's got that. So yeah, the brushless system. The brand new steering servo is for four-wheel drive trucks, so the cord's a little short, but it has more torque. So I think it'll help him in the long run. He had a really crappy servo that was actually burnt out. Trying to think. Yeah, rear hub carriers. He's got those aluminum numbers. I got them. Re-greased the transmission. Cleaned it all up and all that. It was pretty grimy. There was they used to use plastic idle gears, and the band around the diff was plastic. Now it's a metal ring, and the idler is metal. So I gave him all the new up-to-date parts, which are metal now, and took out the plastic parts, greased it, and all that good stuff. The wheelie bar I gave him, he didn't have a wheelie bar, didn't need a wheelie bar. Now that he can run 3S if he wants, I got him a wheelie bar, which can detach from this rear Stampede bumper anyway, and then he'll just have the regular bumper if he doesn't want it. But yeah, I think that's about it. So, it was about 200 bucks, but I gotta say it was worth it. You know, he did. If there's somebody who deserves this, then it's him. So, just so happy that I'm gonna be able to give it to him today. So, let me throw this back together. I'm gonna put the body on, bring it downstairs, and I'm gonna give him a call. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, and welcome to Bobby B's East Coast RC. I am Bobby B, and I'm here today with my friend Daniel Southland. This is his two-wheel drive Traxxas Stampede that I upgraded for him, and this is going to be the first time we run it. So let's see how it does. We'll do a couple speed passes up and down, and if all goes well, we'll hit the jump a couple times, the jump. So see how it does. And right now we're just running a 2S LiPo in it.